So I accidentally turned the amazing digital circus into a lesbian rock band. Okay, let me explain. A few months ago, I had the idea to turn some of the digital circus characters into rock stars and put them into a ROCKSTAR AU called Hello Computer. And today, I missed my designs. So I'm here to redraw them while yapping about them for like 9 minutes. Let me introduce the 5 characters I've drawn a character card for back then and the rules I've given to them. Also note that I took inspiration from the tadc Fight Club AU character cards by Borotello? Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, for those character cards. I really love the Fight Club AU, by the way. We have Pomni, Ragatha, Jax, Zubul, and Gangle as the band members, while Kane and Kinga are the managers. When I made this AU, we didn't have a lot of information about Ribbit, so she didn't really have a key role in my AU, but now I've added her, and also I swapped Jax into a girl too. I will call her Lily for the sake of this video. I'll be drawing the 2 main pairings in my AU today, Pomni and Ragatha, and Jax and Ribbit.
Let's go, lesbians!
If you guys like my AU, I will draw more of the cast. So let's start with Pomni. Pomni is the electric guitar player, and she is also the original founder of the band. After she finished college, she decided to pursue her passion for music and start a band. So she uploads some posts to the internet to find people who might be up for starting a rock band with a stranger who plays electric guitar. She gets no legitimate comments even after over like 2 months. So she gets quite disappointed and she goes to her local bar one night to have a couple of drinks and ends up having a chat with the bartender and their girlfriend, Zubul and Gangle. The conversation escalates into music and Gangle shares how she has a notebook full of cheesy song lyrics she wrote herself. Zubul also shares how they have a bass lying around that they like to play sometimes. Pomni gets excited and tells them about the band and they exchange numbers. After some time of them actually getting to know each other, Gangle and Zubul officially joined the band. In the time Pomni was hanging out with Gangle and Zubul, someone actually messaged Pomni online. Someone found the post from her page and thought, well, I play music and I have nothing better to do at this point of my life, so why the heck not? That someone was Jax, or as I like to call her, Lily. Lily is an angsty young adult who dropped out of college to find something better to do with her life. But instead, her parents kicked her out of the house because of, well, family issues, and so she ended up living with her friend Ribbit while she looked for jobs. She had no luck for a long time until she saw a post about a rock music band looking for members and they needed a drummer. So eventually she builds up the courage to message the poster and they schedule a meeting to talk and play a little bit together. And after the meeting she actually learns that she can still play regardless of how long it's been. So with some time and a lot of practice she gets in. Ragatha is the last one to join the band, and in her case she doesn't find a post about a rock band needing a singer or anything like that. The band actually finds her. She has a small YouTube channel. In it, she makes videos of song covers. Pomni finds her channel one day while browsing online and she's mesmerized by her singing. And not just her singing either, by everything about her. She can't help but reach out to her and see if she's interested. And just like that, Ragatha joins the team. Now there's enough members. They start by practicing song covers together and doing some songwriting on the side. The songwriting is mostly done by Gangle and they tend to have an angsty romance vibe to them. Lily bullies Gangle by making fun of her lyrics, and that usually leads to her and Zubul getting into a fight. Remember how I said Pomni is mesmerized the first time she sees a video of Ragatha? Well, as time goes by, she is even more into her. The way she sings, the way she dances a bit and moves her hips while singing, the way she does her hair and makeup, her sweet attitude, there's just something about her that draws her in. So, our Pomni has a little crush on Miss Singer Ragatha? Yes, you could say that, but she's her friend and her bandmate, so she can't start anything romantic with her. It's gonna ruin everything and make the band fall apart. Well, that is what Pomni thinks at the moment, so she doesn't do anything for a long time. So long, in fact, until they release their first album and they start getting some recognition. Meanwhile, Lily and Zubul end up having a big fight and Lily decides to take a break from the band. At this point, Ribbit and Lily are quite close together together because they've been living in the same house for some time. So Lily feels comfortable enough to go to Ribbit for some comfort. Ribbit tries to get her to open up but fails like always, and she doesn't push it because since they've been living together for a while, she knows her enough to know what will happen if she pushes her. So she just tries to be there for her, and Lily finds some kind of peace in that moment they spend together, and she ends up falling for Ribbit. Lily has a lot of self-destructive thoughts. She thinks she's not good enough for her and that she will never love her, so she doesn't tell her. What Lily doesn't know is that Ribbit had a crush on Lily for the longest time. She was just too scared to express her feelings for her. Great, now we have two slow burn couples. So at this point of the video, before we continue to the rest of the story, I would like to talk about my designs a little bit. Like, I'm quite proud of the guitar I drew here for Pomni. I never drew a decent guitar in my life before this drawing. It's a metallic red Stratocaster, by the way. I have a red guitar just like this one, except it's not a Stratocaster, but it's exactly the same color as this one. And man, instruments are just so hard to draw, but I'm surprised I actually managed it quite well here. On my Pomni design for this AU, I gave her a half blue, half red corset, but then what I did was I gave her a really big, baggy, dark green coat. It's kind of crazy, but like, I feel like it goes together well. I don't know, you can tell me what do you think about it? I feel like there's a good balance between her masculine and feminine energy this way, which I really love Pomni's masculine energy, if you guys don't know. And for Ragatha, her hair looks like rose quartz. I just always kind of drew her hair like that. I don't know why. Her original design that I did for her months back, I gave her like a huge bow and a lot of hair, but in this one I toned it down a little bit. I think it sits better that way. And I changed her clothes a little bit in this one. I think these are just better. I didn't really know how I felt about the headcanons about Jax being trans at the time. I mean, there wasn't really as much evidence for them as there is now. I mean, there's obvious evidence for Jax being trans now, and I resonate with this headcanon a lot more now, and I feel like it's more than just a headcanon. So I just had to change the design that I had already gave Jax and make her into a she. I didn't know what clothes to make Ribbit wear because we always see her naked, and it was kind of a weird choice to make. I ended up giving her just a cute little dress. I don't know if it was a good choice or not, but I did it anyway. I hope it's okay. I hope it turned out fine. Anyways, that's all I had to say about the design so far. I'll get back to the story now. So a few months pass by and the band gets more attention each day. Everyone is really trying their hardest to do the best they can in this team, and things are okay, but let's say Pomni is trying to stay focused. She has gotten to know Ragatha more, and nowadays she can't seem to get her off her mind. Every time she tries to keep it together, she thinks of her again and she has a little crisis. She can't function properly being around her because the thought of ruining everything she worked so hard for because of some stupid feelings haunt her. So the workflow of the band gets quite slow, and it's actually in the best time they have to make an actual audience for themselves. One night, she finally manages to clear her head and convince herself that it's never gonna happen, and she starts to write a new schedule for the upcoming month for the band to grow better and faster, until someone knocks at the door and it's Ragatha? She's drunk too. This is the best time this could have happened. Oh my god. She finally gets her out of her head and starts actually being productive after months, and this happens. They aren't even close enough for this to happen, like for her to show up at her place being drunk. What the hell? Okay, so that's actually where I'm gonna stop yapping. The thing is, I don't know if anyone's actually gonna like this story enough to want a part 2, but if you do, then like this video and let me know in the comments, I guess. Anyway, this is how the art I drew for my Rockstar AU came out. I really like them personally. Tell me what you think about them, and thanks for watching until the end of the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!